Hey y'all, what's up? This is Jesse Both, aka J-Bone, and first of all, thanks and welcome. Thanks for joining me along for this win guide for the Pro Division of the Spring Open Tournament. First of four of the major tournaments of the year in Golf Clash, and we are going to go through a hole by hole win guide here where I show you the different types of wins that you may encounter during your round playing each different type of shot on each hole. First of all, I'd like to encourage you all to check us out on the 19th hole on Facebook. Just search us in the search bar, type in Golf Clash the 19th hole, and we should pull right up. Just click on our link and apply to join. We'd love to have you there. And I also encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can be notified when I do release new videos. I normally do lots of different tournament content and golden shot and also chest openings at this current time. So we are going to go ahead and get started on our Spring Major Pro Wind Guide walkthrough. So our first hole is hole number 1. And this is a hole where, as a wood, you probably want to be using your sniper or your guardian. Off the tee box, you are going to see a wind left to right, and it's going to be a tailwind, okay? Somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.4 miles per hour. And all these winds are with using the Marlin ball. So these winds may change depending on the type of ball that you use. So just keep that in mind. And also, when I draw the box and the wind direction, that is the wind direction you are going to see when it comes time for your turn and your screen opens up. It's kind of hard sometimes to show you the exact wind on these flat layouts, and once you get in the game, you'll definitely be able to see what I'm talking about a little bit easier. But these directions are the directions that you will see the wind blowing when your shot initially opens up with the straight-on view of the hole. Okay. So if you decide to go left, you will have a wind blowing from right to left, kind of like towards the maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock hour, 7.1 miles per hour. If you go right and you're in this zone right here, you will see a wind blowing maybe closer to the 11:30 hour, and that'll be about 6.7 miles per hour. So all tailwinds, nothing that's too difficult to figure out. Just make sure when you are approaching this green that you stay on the right side of the green. If your ball does veer left, you will go down the steep slope and find yourself in the rough or a very difficult putt from the bottom of the green. So that is hole number 1. Hole number 2 is a par 3. And this hole right here, we will have a wind like this. .5, somewhere in that range. This is definitely, if you have a tailwind or maybe a side wind, you might want to be using your sniper. And if you have a headwind, you probably want to use the quarterback. Make sure that we use both those clubs because the ball guide is nice to have on them, and also the amount of possibilities with curl and stuff like that you do have with them as well. So we're going to move on to hole number 3. This is definitely a sniper or guardian hole. Definitely if you have a higher level guardian, that might be a good club to use. Or if you just, you could still use your big dog or cataclysm if you feel more comfortable with that. You just want to make sure you have a club with enough topspin to get you over the stream for your second shot. From the tee box, we're going to have a wind blowing this way, and somewhere around the neighborhood of 7.5 miles per hour. And somehow I got my sheets out of order here. So let's see, here we go. Alright, so our second shot, if you are in this zone right here, your wind will be, again, that type of wind, and it's going to be about 6.2 miles per hour. You do want to make sure you have enough topspin to make that jump over across the water, and make sure to add extra when you are adjusting for the wind, because it is a downhill slope, and if you don't, you may hit the rough on the end part of that second fairway and roll into the water, and we don't want that to happen. So from this zone right here, we'll be looking at another wind this way, and about 6.8 miles per hour. Okay. If you do have a really good driver and you want to go this way, that would definitely be another option. I do not have a wind for this zone right here, but if I had to guess, it would be something like that. Just based on what we're seeing, the other winds, they're all pretty consistent. So that's what I would think it would be. Maybe a little bit more tilted from right to left than the others, but still up in the neighborhood of 6.3, 6.5 miles per hour. So if you are able to get up to the end of that fairway, that might be a decent route to take. So now we are on this hole, and from the tee box we are looking at 7.5 mile per hour wind, and once again facing that way. So you either have the choice of going this route here, or going over to here, skipping over here, going over here. If you go the right way, you're going to have almost straight, maybe a slight right to left lean to it, right around 6 miles per hour. If you go left, there was another one, slight left lean, and that was right around 8 miles per hour actually. Okay. And this is the sniper hole, or a guardian hole if you do have a large high-level guardian, Thor, like level 4 Thor, or even extra mile for the drive. Next hole is par 3, and we are looking at a wind like this off the tee box, and my wind was 8.5 miles per hour. For this shot, I like either the rock or the quarterback. Land it in this zone right here, and with enough curl to get it onto the green and roll it down to the hill. And our next hole, a lot of these tee shots have about the same pattern. You're going to see another wind here, blowing this way, 7.8 miles per hour. If you go up here, you're going to see your wind blowing this way at 7. If you're able to get it over here, you're going to see your wind blowing this way, 7.6 miles per hour. And if you go the left way, your third shot up here will be another wind blowing this way, and about 7 miles per hour. So those are your different winds, all pretty much blowing about the same way for your second and third shots. And so that's what you got. Alright, now onto this hole. We're going to have our wind off the tee box blowing about that, 8.2 miles per hour. Get your drive up here, and your wind's going to look like this, and about 6.4 miles per hour. So once again, facing about the 11:30 hour, and the drive is going to be facing about the 1:30, 1 o'clock hour. Hole number 8, par 3. 7.5 miles per hour wind. Once again, facing about the 130 hour, I would say. And this is a quarterback sniper hole. You can try to use the rocket if you want to land it up on the green up here, and use the backspin to stop it. You would need a pretty high level rocket, probably level 9 or level 10 at least, to try that shot. I will probably be using the quarterback or the sniper. You should be able to use the sniper with the tailwind that we're seeing. And our last and final hole, we're going to be seeing a wind off the tee box. Once again, left of center, about 11:30 hour, 6.9. If you play it short over here, you're going to be seeing a wind this way, about 6.6. If you jump the sand, you're going to see your wind blowing like this way, 5.5-ish. If you do go the left route and your second shot is up in here, you're looking at a shot with wind like this at 7.1-ish. And if you go the initial way up here, you're looking at a wind like that, 5.9 miles per hour. Okay, so lots of different winds depending on how you go. Okay, and that's all I got for y'all. Hopefully these winds and directions will be of some use to you in your preparation for the pro division for the spring open. So good luck, God bless, and let me know how y'all do on the course. Drop a comment on the video and tell me how y'all do in qualifying.